Most traders struggle not because of a bad strategy, but it's because of a bad self-image. You've tried everything. You have studied, you bought all your courses, you follow all the top traders, you hop on to the live trading sessions with them, and yet you take the same trades, but you cannot make it work. And the reason is you're either fiddling with your trades, you're unable to hold the trade, or you're moving your stops, you're doing something to mess up the trade. Even though you know you're not meant to be doing it, you're still doing it. And in this video, I'm going to go through the mental shift that you need to have in order to have a internal transformation so that you can start to succeed in this game. But before we get started, go ahead, like and subscribe. Drop a comment below because this is going to help boost the algorithm and get this video out to more traders like you. So let's get started. So you are chasing price. You're looking at charts. You're doing all the wrong things. You're getting in early. You're hesitating, and you're getting frustrated. And then you're taking revenge trades, and you don't know why. It's because you have a negative subconscious programming that is running in the background. You have to think of your brain as a computer software. Let's just say you're running Windows on your computer, right? And you're running with this old, outdated software, and it's not doing you any favors. It's actually working against you because you're running with the software of a normal human being, right? You have to understand that normal people are not meant to become traders naturally because trading goes against everything the human nature has evolved to be, right? So the human basically evolved to be safe, to survive, right? To take care of themselves. There's a part of the brain that is reacting to the environment in order to keep them safe. And this was the evolution from millions of years ago, from your caveman ancestors, from the primal instinct of survival. So when you trade, you're basically trading and you're risking money. So now you have risk on the table, right? You've put on a trade, so there's risk. So the part of your brain is now in survival mode. You're in a flight mode. So you have your ego, which is working away and trying to protect your ego, trying to protect your feelings by trying to be right, which is why you start to revenge trade, or you feel like you have to jump back in on a trade. Or when you take a loss and then you cannot get into a trade because you're hesitating, that's also your ego, which is working. So you have to understand it's like this old computer programming that is running, and it's your subconscious mind, right? And you can go and watch a psychology video or go join a group, right, on Discord with a trader, and they say, oh yeah, and we talk about psychology, but it's very surface level stuff because talking about psychology and then trying to force your willpower to change your subconscious mind, it's never going to work. It's like you're trying to swim upstream. You're swimming against the current. You're going to drown, right? It's just not going to work. And basically, this bad programming is the thing that is making you suffer, is making trading hard for you. And until you can understand this, nothing's going to change. You can have the best strategy in the world with 100% win rate, and you'll still find a way to mess it up. And I don't mean to say this to hurt your feelings or to put you down. I want to say this so that you get this information and you can grow from it, so that you can finally understand what the problem is, and then you can fix it. And then by fixing it, I mean putting in new programming. So you got to delete the old take out the old garbage programming that you've been programmed by society, by your family, by the matrix, to always play it safe, and risk is bad, and all of these negative subconscious programming. You have to go in and you have to completely delete that, right? And then once you delete that, you can start to implement new programs. You can install new software into your brain, into your subconscious, where now this new brain, this new identity that you have, is having a positive effect on your life, on your trading. It makes it easier. So now you're not only aligned with your setup and the market, but you're mentally aligned. So your psychology is aligned, your subconscious is aligned. And then that's when trading really becomes an extension of you. Because what trading will do, if you have whatever program that you're running, trading will be the reflection of your internal state, right? So if you're a greedy person, it's going to show in your trades. Do you understand? You're going to get greedy, and then you're going to overtrade. You're going to win, and you're going to want to win more. And then you don't win, and then you start losing, and then the ego comes in. So you have all these emotions that are coming in, and they're battling internally, right? And you're just there like this piece of meat that's reacting to the market based on your subconscious programming that you're not aware of. So we have to install this new identity where you're disciplined, where you are patient, where you're thinking logically, where you're not operating from ego, right? And then once you have this correct new self-identity, new subconscious programming, you can start trading a lot easier. And then it's really just down to your strategy, to your edge at that point. You understand? And the strategy is going to work with or without you. You have to understand this. It's just going to work. It's whether or not you're there to, at the right time, to be able to execute and catch the move, and trust that the move is going to go to your take profit, right? And when you're in the right flow state, the right mindset, the right subconscious program, holding trades becomes easy, right? You can start doing the swing trading, and you can hold a trade overnight and it won't bother you. Do you understand? It's like, I get it, man, because like it used to be so hard for me to hold trades because I'd constantly be opening the charts and checking, and then seeing a little pullback, and then I'd start sweating and then close my trades, and then it'll keep moving. So you do all these stupid things, right? And then you're kicking yourself, and now you're chasing the market because now you're trying to like fix that stupid mistake that you did. You're like, and you don't know why you're doing it, but this is why you're doing it, because of this programming. So you have to get this new self-image installed into you. And that's one of the things that we do in my program, the Inner Edge Pro. First link in the description is basically, I'm turning your brain into a weapon that you can use. Basically, I'm giving you this new program for your subconscious mind so that the trading will become easy over time. I'm not saying like it's going to happen instantly in one day. Obviously, you're going to need a few weeks to work on that as well, right? And reprogram yourself. But usually, if you want to create new habits, it takes about 21 to 60 days, 90 days, right? But trust me, because once you reprogram yourself, you're a new person. And I'm not just talking about for trading. Like, you can reprogram yourself to go to the gym, to enjoy going to the gym, to enjoy working hard, to enjoy eating healthy, to stop food cravings. Like, all of these bad habits, all these bad behaviors, or whatever you want to call them, it's all coming from this subconscious programming, right? So it would make sense that you fix this because it's not just going to help your training, it's going to help your entire life. Do you understand? And you're just going to be this new person. You're going to have the transformation that you want. And then when you become this new person, you have new results because your external world, the your physical 3D world is the reflection of your internal 5D world. Do you understand? This is kind of borderline spiritual. And I'm not a psychologist by any chance. Like, I did not study psychology. I just became uh, very interested in spirituality. And then from there, I learned about subconscious, conscious awareness. And one thing led to the next. And it all started because I was just trying to get better at trading. And then it's a deep rabbit hole. And things just started figuring out for me. I just started to figure things out. And then I was able to take what I learned in other areas and apply it to my trading and then reprogram myself. And now trading is easy, right? So this is where it goes wrong for a lot of people. And then there are people that are anomalies. They start trading and they hit the success. They get the success real quick. It just clicks for them a lot faster. And the only difference is that they have good subconscious programming from their environment, and they might not even be aware of it. Like, they just were a product of their environment, and whatever the environment that they were raised in gave them a certain subconscious program, which is not like other people, like the majority. And then when they came and picked up trading, it just was like natural. It was easy. And these people are really special. They're special because they're doing it without knowing it. And then there's other successful traders that realize that they had to do the internal work before they, like myself, they had to do the internal work and change the programming, and then they could start to see the results. And I actually think that consciously reprogramming yourself, like being aware of like your flaws of this issue and then working on it, is actually better than just like doing it intuitively, because now you know what you have to fix, and you know you're you know why things are happening. It's rather than just things are happening automatically and you don't know why, whether it's good or bad. It's better to know why it's happening and then have the power to fix it. And you can fix it. This is not difficult stuff, right? It might feel difficult because you're blinded by the fact of your reality, of your surroundings, of your losses, of your frustration, and you feel like there's no way out, right? And it might feel like it's really difficult, but I'm telling you, like, if you can shift that perspective, your whole world changes. So you need to make this transformation from the inside. And once you can change the internal, you're never going to hesitate again. You're not going to have problems holding trades. You're not going to try to revenge trade. You're going to stick to your plan. And then over time, your edge gets to play out. And then that's when the profits start rolling in and then you start to succeed, right? You don't want to be swimming upstream against the current. And there's no point being told about psychology and fear and greed and ego if you don't fix it, because knowing it and fixing it are two different things. Do you understand? You have to do the fixing. You have to fix it, because otherwise you're always going to be fighting it. And you might be able to do really well one day for, or maybe even 1 week, you're doing really well. You're using all the willpower that you have to try to fight this thing and be really disciplined. And then something happens over the weekend, and the next week you tilt, right? You go back to your old program. You have to get rid of that old programming, install the new, and then it will stick. So check out the first link in the description if that's what you want to do, if you want to go deep. I highly recommend it. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and like and subscribe and drop a comment below and let me know what you're dealing with your trades. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.